Folks, today we are here near Clinton, Tennessee, and we're going to head into the Museum of Appalachia. Dawn, are you ready?
I'm ready. Let's do it.
Let's do this. Going up and down I-75, we've always seen the sign for the Museum of Appalachia, but we never had time to stop. We're usually in a hurry heading up to Michigan or heading back home or somewhere in between. We've never been here before, and I'm excited for this.
This is really cool.
Yeah, they have a lot of old barns. They have a cantilever barn over there.
Campground.
There's a campground. Yeah, you can camp here. It's just pretty cool. I'm excited for today. We're going to learn a lot about Appalachian history and some of the things that the folks here in the mountains have used, including this salt kettle. It was used to make salt by boiling salt-laden water at Saltville, Virginia. President Lincoln ordered this. So President Lincoln had ordered that salt kettle. So right here in the parking lot, there's a lot of history. Also, I noticed that there's some millstones. And you'll find,
The mill's back there.
yeah, the old mill's back there. But you'll find these all through the Great Smoky Mountains, pretty much laying everywhere. A beautiful mill. An old cantilever barn. And this is a Tennessee thing, or a regional thing. Some folks call them tobacco barns. And if I'm not mistaken, I read somewhere that Sevier County has the majority of the surviving tobacco barns or cantilever barns. This is an upping or a mounting block. This is how you would mount horses. Let's head on inside because it's starting to rain. It's a rainy day, and we weren't expecting rain. In fact, there was no reports of rain today. So, but it is cooler. I'm not going to complain. It is a lot cooler than it was yesterday. Museum hours are 9 till 6. A little carving of Mark Twain. The admission was $40 for both of us. They have a really fun little gift shop in here. The Kitty of Knoxville. All kinds of local things to buy. Oh, see you in Knoxville. Pretty cool. And we are near Norris Lake. The quiet call of a mountain town, Norris, Tennessee. Norris Dam from 1936 to 2016. They just celebrated the 80 years of the dam. Of course, you have the Appalachian Trail. Yeah, so they have a little restaurant here serving up some country fixins, and they have a little band playing some good old mountain music to welcome you in. Oh, I got a little mess hall here. I guess you could have a private event here. If you want to learn how to cook like an Appalachian, they got plenty of books to read up on. On the Road Again. Southern Living. That's a cool book there. Big old cheeseburger. All kinds of material you can read. Great Smoky Mountains National Park, Knoxville. Learn about the area. Campfire Cookbook. National Parks Cookbook. Knoxville's World's Fair, 1982. Clinton, Tennessee. Tennessee Confederates. What are you laughing about?
Naked dining is not on my menu. He's naked.
Oh boy, yeah. Yeah, the musical instruments of southern Appalachian mountains. Flaming hot feast. So when the
Takes a bite.
he screams, oh boy.
Yeah. They even got a bonsai tree up there.
So here's the map of the museum, and the tour starts in the main barn here. Yeah, so there's a grist mill. We get to do the cantilever barn. So there's quite a bit to see and do here. All different cabins, different barns. We decided to go ahead and have lunch. Lunch is only served until 2:30, and then we're going to go ahead and walk the grounds, right, and take in this beautiful, beautiful museum. Hopefully the rain will hold off, right? It's mostly outdoors. We're gonna try some Appalachian homemade cooking. So my lunch is here. I got meatloaf, some mac and cheese, some cabbage over here, and a great big old piece of cornbread.
I got pimento cheese on sourdough, toasted, and broccoli cheese soup.
Broccoli cheese soup. Oh wow, looks amazing, doesn't it? Oh wow, look at that. A lot of pimento. What do you think?
It's good.
Oh boy, Dawn. There's peacocks out there. Oh boy.
Look at that piece of broccoli.
Yeah, everything's homemade here. Wow. Lunch came out to $33.70.
I double dog dare you to go up there and pet it.
Oh, a peacock? Well, hello there.
He's majestic.
You gonna do your thing where you show us your feathers? Maybe not. The Tellico River Lumber Company, 1910. We've been. Cock-a-doodle-doo!
So lunch was good. I ordered the pimento cheese and the broccoli soup sandwich combo, and it was pretty good.
The meatloaf was, wow. A little bit spicy. It was a little bit spiciness to it, but it was good. All the way through. I definitely, even if you're not coming to the museum, stop and have lunch there. This is the Gwen Sharp Playhouse. It's a little playhouse. Building playhouses in the Appalachian Mountains is a common thing. We've seen it before.
Yeah.
And that humidity is starting to set in. And Sam Houston lived in the Knoxville area. In fact, there's an old schoolhouse just outside of Knoxville where he had taught. And this is the Sam Houston clock. Welcome to the Museum of Appalachia Hall of Fame. These are our people, the world-renowned, unknown, famous, infamous, and interesting, diverse, different, but all of above. So we're going to learn about the folks in these mountains, who call these mountains home. Dawn, check out the size of that bellow.
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah. John Sevier, which Sevier County is named after, was one of the most colorful characters to gallop through the pages of American history. He was the first and only governor of the lost state of Franklin. He was the first governor of the state of Tennessee. Mountain folk Dow family, the preacher, his wife, and their daughter. This machine was designed to run forever on its own power, which we all know physics doesn't necessarily allow that. There's pretty much an end to everything, but this was hidden in a cave during the Civil War, and to hide it. He was afraid that the Yankee soldiers were going to destroy it. The Dunkin' Donut sleigh made for Alan Duncan by his grandfather, and that is descendants of the Dunkin' Donut family. And when you think of the Appalachian Mountains, you think of the dulcimer. It's got that unique sound that reminds me of the mountains. These are just some of the instruments they use to make that beautiful mountain music. The mandolin. Banjo. Yeah, I'm not familiar with a lot of these folks here. Homer Harris, the smiling cowboy. He was at the 1982 World's Fair. There is a lot here to read and take in. I wouldn't even have enough time in a video, a YouTube video, to go through everything. This is going to be one of those places where you all have to stop and check out for yourself, especially if you love Appalachia. And I've learned quite a bit, things I didn't even know. I have heard of Bill Monroe, the father of bluegrass, the Carter family, Uncle Dave. So they call this the Double, and it's just a natural walnut knot.
It looks like a giant ant head.
Yeah, that's what Dawn said. It looked like an ant, but
You know what? He has different colored eyes. He has a blue eye and a green eye.
uh-oh. But
He's
yeah,
got teeth.
the world's largest basket, so they said, took 9 months. You can put a whole person in there, and yeah. Of course,
Take a nap using his hammock.
yeah, of course, basket making is a big thing in these mountains. Brooms, basket weaving, all that is very popular. Yeah, even in Gatlinburg, still today.
Before marriage, after marriage, they don't want to talk to each other.
But
That's funny.
yeah, whittling is a thing. You sit in your Tennessee rocker on your porch and you whittle, and yeah, then you can sell those whittlings and hopefully pay for your mortgage, right? But creations by the Husky family in the Great Smoky Mountains. Corn husk dolls were are very popular too. In fact, Dolly always talks about her corn husk doll, right? Oh, here's an old grist mill. Lamar Alexander. You'll see his name on streets and highways and everything else here in East Tennessee. Relics from General James Longstreet's encampment. Just think that these were being used during the Civil War. Yeah, so here's an old hearse, and they have a collection of coffins. Oh my goodness.
There's one inside.
Yeah, they got funeral cloths. Now Dawn says she says, look in this one here.
You can see the face, like if someone was in there.
Yeah. Now, there's an interesting story. We know of a mausoleum where this is an actual thing, and you can go into it and move the little window, and you can see a paper mache mask, right? I think it's something like that, or a face mask of the person buried.
That's the headstone
that.
Kings with it.
The grave marker.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is kind of. I would hope that it was unused.
It says it's unused.
Was this used?
Oh, I don't want to touch it.
Could you imagine looking in there and seeing if you're...
No, I think it's got blood on it.
It's got blood on it.
Right there. Oh.
Here's some marionettes. So this was your Appalachian pharmacy, Dawn. Just a little shed.
The great stone head.
The great stone head. Don't touch anything. The great stone head. It's a mystery. Okay, I'm freaking out. I think that marionette just moved, Dawn.
What?
Yes. That one there just moved.
Which one?
Right here.
Oh.
Her hand went like this.
Maybe when you walk on the floor.
Yeah, I would assume, but it freaked me
Well,
out.
at least she's in there and I'm over here.
This is kind of a creepy area with all that. Yeah. Yeah, so they always put a little viewing window back in the day on coffins. Granny Irwin's Christmas quilt. And quilting is a thing in these mountains. Boy, I learned a lot. In just this one building, I learned quite a bit. I have a better understanding. Yeah, they got some Native American pottery dating back to the 1200s. Some peace pipes, arrowheads. Elvin York, Sergeant York, Tennessee hero. And my glasses fogged instantly. What did you think? Did you learn anything?
Yeah, I learned a lot in there.
Yeah, there's a lot of very old history. It was, okay, my glasses are foggy.
Mine are too.
It's extremely, extremely humid. And now the sun is out, it's going to be even worse. But I learned quite a bit, things I didn't know about. And there's some pretty old history. I mean, dating back, to the 1800s. The Arnwine Cabin is listed on the National Register of Historic Places. It is thought to be the smallest building in the country to have received this great honor. So this is the smallest building that is on the National Register of Historic Places. Yeah, this is what life was like in these little one-room cabins.
Yeah.
Very cozy. And usually you had about 6 people living in or more. So this here is the display barn. And there's a chicken. Well, hello there. And let's go ahead and check out this amazing barn. Oh, they have an old bank vault.
Oh God, there's a bee coming in here.
Well, there's some old troughs, right?
Not a stone or concrete.
Yeah.
Ooh.
These are all the tools that they would have used. The old planes. The old drills. Oh, wow, there's a lot in here. Oh, Dawn, there's an old general store.
Ooh.
It's hot, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah,
It's all a bit of 100 degrees in here. An old post office, Dawn. Those would be inside the general store. You know, every time I see one of these, I think of the story of Gatlinburg and how it got its name from the store, Gatlin's store. Anyways, pretty cool. I'm assuming that's an old jail cell door. And they have some millstones. And the tower clock from the Clinton Courthouse, 16 miles southwest of the museum. It's an old jail cell. You put 4 prisoners in here. So if you're driving down the road, you might come across one of these Jesus is Coming Soon, one of these crosses made by Harrison Mays. He was a coal miner who spread the word across the nation and beyond. He's mostly known for Get Right with God and a little area dedicated to Harrison Mays. And you might come across one of his signs still today on the side of the highway. And we can't spend too much time in these buildings because these ones here are not air conditioned.
It's hot outside too, so I guess it ain't gonna matter if you're in here or out there. But the heat is on.
Just the other day, we were going down the road and we came across a Harrison Mays sign on the side of the road. Most likely it's been redone by a local church or something. But they're still out there. You can still come across them. And they have a lot of history. It's hot.
I'd rather be slipping
Look at
now.
I don't know if it looks like on
I'm
camera,
sweat.
but I'm going to tell you right now. Do this and when it's cooler out. I don't know if you can see the sheen, but it's my arm. I mean, it's.
Oh.
I know Dawn's like, stop playing around in here. But I was like, I want to learn about Harrison Mays, you know? Well, that's one heck of a moonshine vessel, the Big Brown Jug. The jug was found at Gate City, Virginia. Reportedly came from Tennessee Eastman plant in Kingsport. The plant was built in the early 1920s, and it's still there. Eastman is a big company. In fact, they're known for plastics. I remember Eastman Plastics being a big thing in my life when I was in the plastic industry, but it's 750 gallons and weighs some 3,000 pounds. And boy, you could put some moonshine in that one, can't you? Are you okay, Dawn? This is probably the hottest I've ever seen it in Tennessee in my life. Really, it is. In fact, I think we're getting close to breaking records today. I know that Tampa Bay broke record yesterday for heat at over 100. But here's an upping block, Dawn. And we see these periodically in our journeys.
In the courthouse in Manchester, Kentucky.
That's how you would mount a horse.
Yep.
Yep. It's the Mark Twain family cabin. Mark Twain. And it's great to see these cabins. It gives you an idea of how they were set up, right? We see these a lot in the national park.
Yeah.
But the feather ticks, Dawn. The feather ticks. The General Bunch House. And the one thing is for sure, all these cabins have a distinct smell.
Yeah.
Even if you're in the Great Smoky Mountains National Park, you get that same musty smell. We've seen cabins like this in the Great Smoky Mountains. You got the two different sides. An old kitchen smokehouse. A lot of amazing cabins in one place. And you do feel like you're in the early years, the early settlement years in these mountains. And there's thunder. Help! 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 Oh, this is where they make brooms. Ooh, a medicine show, Dawn.
Oh my gosh.
You can get some pills,
Ooh.
some tonics.
Pills and tonic and music.
Yep. Oh, there's just a peacock laying around. So they have Dan L. Boone, or Daniel L. Boone cabin. I don't think it's the Daniel Boone cabin. But I don't know. Yeah, I was coming down. You see that rock? It kind of tilts on an angle. I don't know if you guys can see that. But my foot hit that and I twisted my ankle. Oh man, I don't know. Hopefully I didn't.
Do we need to go to the doctor?
No. Oh my goodness. I don't know. I might be okay. When you're walking around these primitive places, things are not you know, they're primitive, right? Here, piggy, 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 piggy. Irwin's Chapel, log church, 1840. It's a little log church. I think my ankle's gonna be okay, but it is kind of, it hurts a little, but I think it'll be okay. So be careful where you're walking.
Yeah.
Be careful where you're walking. Smokehouse, meat house, old blacksmith. And there's an old moonshine still. The old whiskey still. And this is the closest you can get to that grist mill. Popcorn Sutton's whiskey still. So this was Popcorn Sutton's whiskey still. And that was a nice little walk through history. I learned quite a bit. Got to see Popcorn Sutton's still. Yeah. Got to see some pretty creepy coffins, didn't we?
Yeah.
We did.
I thought that was you over there, Will.
Sorghum. That's where they make the sorghum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Watch the poop.
Yeah. Watch out for peacock poop. But looks like they have some festivals out here throughout the year. You can come to, some Appalachian music. And they have some really great food, don't they?
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Yeah, we had some home cooking today. I wasn't expecting any home cooking. Yeah, I did take a pretty good fall.
Ouch.
My arm scratched up pretty good, but Oprah has been here. Martin Sheen visited here as well. Hank Williams Jr. LeVar Burton. Yeah, from Roots and Star Trek, Next Generation. Alex Haley. It's a southern thing. But I don't know if you guys can see that's.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's.
Fell pretty hard.
I fell pretty hard, and
the only thing I can do when I get home is put peroxide, make him take a shower, and we can put peroxide on it. I don't know.
It happens, right?
I got us ice cold water on the way out.
Yeah, they're very, very kind there, and gave us some ice waters to go, which is very well welcomed.
It's hitting the spot.
It is, but the food in the cafeteria was amazing. Got some good old Appalachian, and every day of the week they have something different. Today was meatloaf day, so but it was good. The meatloaf was amazing. You had the pimento cheese sandwich.
Ooh, it was good on sourdough bread, and I asked if they could toast it. Ooh, it was good.
And they have all your good vittles, like, you know what I mean? They have the black eyed peas, they have greens, every southern Appalachian dish in there, right? Really good. Yeah. Mac and cheese was the bomb. The gift shop is really cool as well. A lot of great things I haven't seen everywhere. You know what I mean? Some good. It's a good gift shop, right? Some really good gifts in there.
I was actually impressed with it.
It's bigger than I thought it was going to be.
It was way bigger than I thought. There's a lot of little cabins to look at, and the museum, and then the blacksmith shop and the barn, and there's a lot to do here.
I liked how the cabins were staged, so you can get an idea of what was in them and how they set them up. So, and we're gonna stop here at the Norris Dam. I wanted to pull over and show you the river. It is so hot here. You got to see this. I don't think the camera's picking it up, but the water's foggy.
Horseman would love to come out of that tree.
The headless horseman.
Oh, yeah. He'd come trotting out of the tree, remember? The Sleepy Hollow with the misty water.
A creepy tree, right?
It goes down in the ground.
So this is the Clench River, and we're just downstream from Norris Dam, and it's nice and cool down here.
Yeah.
It's getting ready to rain though. It's gonna start raining. And we first came up here, it was all foggy down here, but it's kind of let up a little bit because I think the sun is behind the clouds.
It's raining.
So let's go ahead and cross over the top of this dam. You can cross over the top of Fontana too. There's a marina. It was built in 1936. Norris Lake. And you see all the houseboats down there. And there's a lot of houseboats on Norris Lake. So this is where we're at here on Norris. We've been to Cherokee Dam. We've been to Douglas Dam. I believe we've seen Fort Loudon. We've been to Fontana Dam. The Rice Grist Mill is open Thursday through Sunday from 8:30 a.m. to 4 o'clock p.m. So you can go inside. There's a little gift shop. But take a look at this little mill. Oh, I absolutely love it. What do you think, Dawn?
Pretty cool.
It is. It is. We see a lot of these. Everyone's unique. Back roads of Tennessee. We just went through a town called Anderson. Very, very small town. But folks, that's going to do it for today. It was a hot one, wasn't it?
Yep.
We did it. We did it. Thank you so much for joining us on our little Appalachia adventure. Now it's time for you to have your own. We love you, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Bye everyone.
Lord willing and the creek don't rise, they'll take you to see the countryside, driving all over Tennessee in their little yellow Jeep. You can come along wherever they go, all you gotta do is watch the show, so be sure you tune in. Don, would you do this again?